We're good. Most of our plays looking really good. FMAC coming back down a little bit. Thing ran pretty hard, almost hit 13. FCAC still running, getting a lot of volume. Huge volume on the 5-minute coming in. Apple retracing a little bit towards those pivots, but still looks pretty bullish on the day. That's funny, Smoochie. They're using it as an advertisement for their for their little gym. That's a good advertisement.
Damn right.
So I'm guessing that guy's football career is over.
I mean, potentially, I don't know. It's just eye surgery. I think he almost lost an eye, but who knows?
Yeah, if you can't see, it's kind of hard to play football. Hey, Opus. A-Tal getting hit today, Wu-Tang. You in your Wu-Tang? Fucking A-Tal coming back down. My watch list is getting smaller and smaller. Probably gonna get smaller tonight before I do the analysis too. A lot of these things just not looking too good. All the growth stocks that we've been trading the past few months are just dying. They're out of steam. Low volume kills growth stocks. FedEx still looking pretty good. Inverse head and shoulders, black to white on the OTS. Markets are losing all of their gains they put in. NASDAQ down 2%, still getting hit. Jesus.
She had to speak before the market opened.
Yellen.
Yep.
Really strange seeing Yellen affect the market bearishly. She's usually very bullish. You almost filled the gap on SPY. You filled the gap if you count the wick. If you count the body, you did not fill the gap.
Oh, that's interesting. Tesla's down $50.
Yeah, it's getting wrecked. I should have shorted Tesla. I called that top beautifully.
Yeah, dude, we talked about shorting Tesla for so long, and literally it was the easiest short in the world, but
Yeah.
nobody did it.
I kept
It's
saying
just hard to
but you can
short Tesla, dude. You short Tesla, it looks really good. You wake up the next day, it's up fucking 10%. But yeah, we called that top beautifully. I said 750, 700. It's already blasted 750. Here comes 700.
Yeah, the daily pivot is at 666.
Yeah, the devil's pivot.
That's fucked up.
It's getting sucked into that pivot because there's nothing in its way. There's no 1 hour, 4 hours.
I was looking at that. Yeah, there's nothing.
There's no support on Tesla. Thing could go back down to where it started.
Taking the rest of the EVs with it.
Taking the market with it. Every 11 points drops SPY 1 point. It's down 48. So it's basically the reason SPY's red today.
I mean, people don't want to give up with the CCIV, so that's just going to keep hurting Tesla.
Yeah, CCIV is getting a lot of the traders that like to trade EVs, like to trade Tesla.
Yeah, it's literally the only EV that's going up.
It's the only EV getting volume. Yeah, Smoochy, I was seeing stuff like that with the movie theater thing. The problem with the movie theaters is it doesn't matter if they're open because they have to get all these movie producers to want to show their movies in theaters again. And if they're seeing ridiculous returns giving their movies to HBO Max and Disney Plus and whatever other platform, why should they go to the movie theaters? The movie theaters have to convince the movie makers, I guess you would say, to fucking put their movies back into theaters. And Warner Brothers, they already signed that deal with HBO Max that all their movies are going to be on HBO Max. Maybe they do a little bit of both, or they show them in theaters and HBO Max. I don't know how that works, but the deal's already made.
It's a very good point. I don't know. I mean, I think cases are going down here in New York, New Jersey, slightly, but they are. But even if they open back up, it'll be at limited capacity. But you're right. I don't know.
Exactly. I think finding the demand for movies is not a problem. People will want to go to the movies. Like, I want to go to the movies. I'll fucking go right now if they started playing movies. But they're not going to be at max capacity. So even if you find the demand, you're cutting your numbers in half minimum.
That's why I bought a Leap.
Yeah, AMC doesn't look bad. What's their market cap at this level? Let me see. Says their market cap is around 700 million right now. That's not too bad. They still have a 10% short float according to my scanner.
There was that. I don't know if it was fake or not, but the rumor about Amazon potentially looking to buy AMC.
Yeah, that was an old rumor. They keep bringing it up every now and then. I haven't seen an official statement from Amazon, so I'm assuming it's just a rumor. And here we go on FMAC, going back down again. FCAC looks like it's ready to explode, getting a lot of volume on this high.
You like that shit?
Yeah, 5 days in a row, Monkey. The market's not looking too good. Red, red, red. Every bounce is being
Bye,
faded.
bye.
Yeah, Apple's giving back its gains.
Are there any standouts of stocks that have held their value or
Not in my watch list. None of the growth names that we like to trade. I need to make a new watch list.
LTHM. Lithium should still be running. And commodities.
Yeah, silver's doing really well.
Also,
Silver made me green on the day.
and Nvidia has earnings this week, so probably semiconductors.
Intel was flying last week while the market was going down, keeping its inverse meme alive.
Yeah, that's a whole year. Deja, I think it's not a meme anymore. I think it's true. It's just a better VIX.
Literally, Intel flew last week and the market was dying.
It was the only thing that was up. Remember last time when it flew and then markets went straight green next day, Intel went straight down.
Yeah, right now I think King said, hospitality, oil, value names that have been doing pretty bad the past few months. Like, look at McDonald's. They've been doing pretty bad the past 6 months, putting in a massive inverse head and shoulders, reclaiming a lot of support. I think value names like that are going to start doing better. The growth stocks that have been exploding the past few months they're getting hammered. They're basically they're dead at this point. They're getting no volume to sustain their multiples. Their multiples are way too high to continue to climb like this. You're already getting a lot of buyers on silver. Silver's breaking out of a big level. Volume is already above relative. Volume is already higher than the past month.
Rio Tinto keeps moving too. RIO.
If you ignore this massive day that silver had here, this is just a big cup and handle. And we're breaking out of it. Beautiful candle. The problem with silver is all the breakouts have been faded. So we have to see what the next couple days looks like. If the next couple days can hold above this pivot, it should be able to continue higher. What does Rio do?
Minerals.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. There was a copper name on my scanner this morning. Let me see if I can find it.
Rio Tinto is a fucking massive company. Second largest metals and mining corp in the world.
Where is that? I can't find that copper company. I found a copper company this morning. It's really good.
Yeah, my momentum account's doing terrible. My Leap account is very green. It's all SLV, Rio, HP, XLF.
Yeah, my silver calls are printing today. It's got to hold the gains. That's the problem with silver. How's Walmart holding up? It's getting hammered. That's why XLP went down. Walmart missed earnings. Waste Management had earnings, I believe, last week, hitting a daily pivot. Gotta look at all these big blue chip names, see how they're doing. Costco. Costco's been selling off a lot recently as well. Coming into two major pivots and a VWAP around 344. That'd be a nice place to buy it. What about Disney? Disney had a hell of a day today, up 5%. Massive engulfing. FCX, let me see, chat. I saw one this morning. No, that wasn't it. It started with a C, I believe. Let's see if I can. Oh, this one, I think. Yeah, this was it. SCCO. This thing was on fire. It was on my volume scanner, getting massive buyers up here. Apple still holding those 4-hour pivots. As long as you close above like 125. I would like it to close back above this VWAP around 127, but it's not going to happen, I don't think. FCAC still looking strong. Big volume coming in. FMAC gave back half the move already. CPRI looking good. Let me see. Yeah, it's not a bad chart. Daily buy signal a couple days ago. Put in a high that you're breaking out of, kind of like an ascending triangle. It's not a bad chart. Do you invest or just trade? Mainly trading. I don't do very much long-term stuff. I hold some options contracts long-term, some leaps, but that's about it. I don't do any long-term investing. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to stuff like that. Even my leaps that I trade, I don't hold very long. Ken Rose Gold hitting high a day. This is an old name I used to trade back when I first started trading. KGC. Tan is getting beat up. It lost that distribution range. Probably go back down to the VWAP around 94. How are the ARK ETFs holding up?
Yeah.
Pulling back pretty hard, following the market. Which one is her main ETF? Is it ARK-F?
RK, I think.
ARK-K. That's her baby. Yeah, that one's been around a while. It's coming into a lot of support around like 142, 143. Couple of 1 hour pivots. Everything is still green that I'm holding except for that Subs ETF and Apple. Discover Financial not looking too bad. DFS bouncing off monthly VWAP. Buy signal a couple days ago. AXTA putting in a perfect bulldog. If you pull back here, pull back, holds like 28, could be pretty bullish. MAG, Silver Company, doing pretty good today, 7.5%. Walgreens still looking pretty good. Looks better than CVS. Couple buy signals on the daily coming in. I think Twitter is still really extended. That weekly top doji close, you're getting a little bit of confirmation already. Wouldn't be too bad to sell calls on, probably. Oracle running pretty hard today. This thing was hitting my volume scanner in the morning. A lot of volume coming in on Oracle. I'm guessing they had some kind of news. Coca-Cola looks pretty good. Came back to retest that support around 50, bounced off it. Pepsi's pretty damn bottomed out as well. Look at that wick on Bitcoin. Came all the way back down to test that support around 48,000. Bounced all the way back up to 54. Oil still looks ready to run, ready to continue. All the oil stocks are probably going to do well for the most of the week. Funny, EVs are dying and oil's flying. Out with the new, in with the old. All the old boomer names, the oil companies coming back. FCAC topping out a little bit. Fauci was talking about 15 minutes ago. I'm guessing that's why the market accelerated downward. He's talking about the COVID deaths.
I think he was saying something before about how we're gonna have to be wearing masks for like a year or two.
Yeah, doesn't look like the market liked whatever he said. It was selling off before he started talking though, so it's not a big factor. It's really irritating that my VIX is not doing what it should be. I need to stop trading VIX and just start taking SPY puts. I literally called the fucking top on SPY, the bottom on VIX, and I'm not getting paid for it. It's unfortunate. I picked these VIX contracts up, what, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I think it was like a week ago, February 11th, I think. Because we had one sell-off day after I grabbed them, and then it went straight up. February 11th, when was that on SPY? That was the day before the all-time high. I posted this in the analysis, or the general section, for the $30 tier guys this morning. I said that if SPY couldn't fill that gap and hold above it, it was going to come back down and retest the initial balance, which was around 388. So you just hit that target. So the 388 bearish target has been retested. Now that we're back inside the initial balance, most likely go back down to 387 and a quarter before you start finding a lot of buyers. Silver consolidating on resistance should be decently bullish. If the market continues to sell off for the rest of the week, I'll definitely be selling some puts on ES. You don't see a sell-off like this very often. Kind of starting to look a little like September, where you just had no relief whatsoever. The weird thing about this SPY sell-off is typically, like if you look at the sell-offs that we've had since the bottom of the COVID, almost every major sell-off was started by one massive day. Like you had one big red day, then it had a couple of smaller days that followed. You didn't have that on this sell-off. This sell-off has just been slow days bleeding out back to back. The sell-off in January, the sell-off in October, September, June, they all were started by one big red day.
I don't remember who said it in here, but someone said that it was going to be like a slow bleed. I think it was King. That the correction was going to be basically just like, 5% red days.
Well, like I've been saying, the market's going to correct at least 15%. You have the put to call ratio being almost as extended as it's ever been. You have the stimulus being priced in when there is no stimulus. You have all of the growth stocks seeing massive multiples, and there's not getting any volume to hold them up. You're seeing massive rotations back into hospitality sectors that currently are not even generating revenue. The problem with this slow bleed is it's not helping VIX. I need a big day to price in my VIX. VIX usually has like one or two massive days, then it bleeds out. We haven't had that yet.
My question is, if the stock market tanks, do you think crypto is going to just immediately follow it?
Bitcoin typically follows any major moves. If the stock market goes up really quickly, the Bitcoin usually follows. If the stock market goes down really quickly, Bitcoin usually follows.
Yeah, that's sus.
I think what you're seeing in Bitcoin right now that's causing like the massive spike in price is you have all the normies that were making stupid money in the stock market from like the bottom in March to now. They're moving to crypto because they're seeing all their buddies trading crypto, or they're seeing crypto being talked about on mainstream or social media, and they don't own any. And you have people on Robinhood, like the smaller brokerages that allow you to buy Bitcoin. Same thing with like Cash App, you can buy Bitcoin. So all the normies are just buying Bitcoin. And then you have all the big guys like fucking Square and PayPal, Overstock, a lot of these big equity companies that are buying Bitcoin as well. It's a buying craze. It's like silver. And then you have all the normies that think they're going to hedge the dollar buying Bitcoin.
I think King on Friday called it a dead cat.
Nobody is buying Bitcoin to actually use it for what it's fucking made for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. I think they're just using it as a store value.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the volume on on the stock market. Look at ES. If we just ignore the, let me do it this way. If you ignore the volume and just look at the relative volume, basically since March is an anomaly, but if we look past March to like June, July, the volume has been decreasing basically every single month. You had little spikes in like September, November when you saw big sell-offs, but the volume is just dying. And that hurts growth stocks. Growth stocks that are basically pumping on pure volume, pure speculation. All those stocks are getting hammered because there's just no buyers. It's definitely time to switch to value. And it's time to switch to the sectors that are lagging, like hospitality. Oil was lagging. Oil's catching up very quickly. If you look at the energy sector, XLE, they're on a tear. And Connor, if you guys remember back like a month or two ago, Connor was talking about XLE and how it was going to explode. Had a little bit of a pullback in like late January, but as soon as February hit, it ripped. Definitely helped it, seeing all those snowstorms around the country. And then you finally had OPEC come to an agreement to cut supply, and they're even talking even further now. So they cut supply even more. It's going to keep going. XLE probably goes to 50, 52. Wouldn't be surprised. The Dow Jones is actually green right now. What the hell? Look at how strong Dow Jones was today. I didn't see that. Basically, since the opening bell, Dow Jones was straight up all day.
Hey, question. When I'm looking at expirations on options, sometimes like I'll see like 121.22 and it says it's 334 days away. And then I'll see the same thing, 121.22, and it says adjusted 55 run, 0 cash, 100 multiplier. What does that mean?
I've never seen that. I don't know. That must be like a Schwab thing. Silver looks like it's about to break out again.
Man, my accounts are so fucking red.
I'm actually pretty green thanks to silver. Silver, FMAC, and FCAC.
Hey, Deja, are you still in Sky?
Oh, yeah. What's it doing?
It's like down like a tiny bit. Pretty much everything I'm in today, I'm like is down like a tiny bit. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's down like 3%. It still looks good. It's holding that triangle.
Yeah, it's holding.
ATAL's getting hit.
ATOW, I don't know what the hell was going on with ATOW.
Yeah.
The there was like a couple of just huge volume red candles. There was like 2 in the morning and then another one that happened maybe an hour ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oof.
Somebody's selling it off piece at a time.
So there's that one whale who has like 40 million shares. He's probably dumping it, but it doesn't really matter where he dumps it at, as long because he's never gonna sell 40 million.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on.
ATAL's still putting in the head of the bulldog that we talked about. It's also giving you 5 buy signals. It's holding those pivots. So
Yeah,
for now, it looks really bullish.
I saw all those buy signals. That looked good.
Yep. As long as it holds like 30, 29, this thing is ready to rip still. Just needs volume.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much money we made on the pennies just trading momentum in like fucking 3 days. And then all that momentum was gone instantly.
Yeah, I'm still like sick that I didn't sell any like up top. Like that's the only one that I didn't like take a little off when it
Yeah.
was up high.
Yeah, I took pieces off everything. I gave up all my money that I had left. The 20% bag that I held on CBBT, I gave that all up. And I think there was another one that I ended up giving up. It was like cells. Yeah, cells came back.
Yeah, you held a couple of moon bags just in
Yeah, I
case.
thought they were gonna fucking thought they were gonna keep going, and they never did. The momentum just crashed out. Yeah, cells basically came all the way back. I'm still holding a couple of them. Sky, VEGF, cells, ATAL, CryBF. I'm fucking locked into Couve because of the SEC.
Oh yeah, that's right. I took that off my watch list.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
still locked in.
look at Dixie.
Fucking FMAC, dude. This thing is so These SPACs are so irritating, dude.
Yeah, but with the SPACs, you just got to be patient until they announce the target.
Oh, I know. It's just fucking irritating seeing these things pump and they just retrace every single time.
Man, look at Peloton. What the fuck happened to that?
What were you saying, Johnny?
Dixie.
Oh, Peloton's
Fucking
been hammered.
dying.
If Dixie's dying, silver should be ripping.
Is that 90?
Yeah, silver's ripping. BFT, is that another SPAC? Yeah, dude, they're irritating as hell. They pump and they dump. Ridiculous. FCAC is fucking ripping. It's almost at an all-time high, but you can't trust it because they retrace every time. Like you said, you just gotta hold for the news. You sell the news. I should have sold FMAC when it had that first news. What the fuck? Look at this. I don't know if this is real or not. It's funny as hell, either way. It says, due to limited COVID-19 seating, you may be asked to share your table.
At what, a restaurant?
Somebody posted it on Twitter. I think it's a meme, but it's funny as hell. Your mic's fucked up again, Smoochie. You're Darth Vader again. Ford gave back most of its gains today, too. Chart still looks decent.
Still Darth Vader.
Yeah, you're still bad. Apple's back down to the 4-hour pivot. The first one, second one's down at 125. Little 5-minute doji on the bottom. Tesla's probably going to 700. I called out Tesla when it was topping out, said 750, 700 very likely. 750's already hit. 700 is almost hit. You could easily go back down to like 666, right where that pivot is. You have a monthly view up around 630. There's no reason to buy Tesla here. Tesla's getting hurt. It reclaims that pivot around 740 maybe. You're going for this second gap fill. You already filled one of the gaps. You have another gap right around 695, 700. Which is directly on a 1-hour pivot, actually. Nobody's buying Tesla. We tried to trade Tesla, I think, twice up here for breakouts, and they both failed. Then we gave up on it. As soon as it turned black on the OTS or lost that VWAP, you could have shorted it. Really hard to short Tesla, though, because it does pump randomly. PayPal just got a block trade. What's it doing? Selling off. Big support coming in on PayPal on 270. NIO's selling off because of Tesla. All EVs are selling off. The EVs are getting rotated. Nobody wants to buy EVs right now. The only EV that's getting action is CCIV. Yeah, Teledoc's getting hit. I haven't traded Teledoc in a while. You hit our final target on Teledoc. Final target was 301. It topped out at 308, so a little bit over our target. Now that that target has been hit, we can go ahead and delete the fib, look for a new trade. But right now it's just selling off. Little head and shoulders on the 1 hour playing out.
Yeah, I'm like going through my watch list and literally everything I added to it has just fucking nuked.
Yeah, I am not adding to any growth plays. If they're not immediately pushing higher, I'm not adding them. I'm not in any growth plays right now, actually. I'm out of all of them. Except for Apple. I'm still in Apple.
Would you recommend, like, what do you, I mean, not recommend, but like, what would you think of, like, if I'm down like 20% on NEO at the moment, like, you just bag hold it, right?
Fuck
What,
no. Are
share
you
wise?
serious? Why would you ever do that?
You
Well, because
mean-
it's not a significant portion of my portfolio, so it's not like
You mean
it's gonna-
share wise or what?
You
yeah,
said
yeah. Share
20% of your total portfolio is in Neo, but it's not
No.
significant.
No, I'm saying that of my NEO position, I'm down 18%.
What percent of your entire portfolio is it?
Not a lot.
I would wait until
5%.
You can sell
I would
calls
wait.
against your shares just to make the money back.
I would wait until earnings.
while it's bleeding out or going sideways, you can just sell premium against it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, just keep doing that until you make your money back, basically. Because you're still bullish. So if it goes up, then you make money anyway. Just make sure that when you're selling, like we talked about last week, you want to be delta positive still.
I don't know though, bro, because that shit fell through the 50 MA today, so it could go pretty low, to be honest. Especially if Tesla keeps sinking, you might see like Neo at 30 something.
Yeah, your only options are to cut it completely or sell calls against it. You shouldn't be holding it naked. If you're holding it, you should be selling calls against it. The market
that's
is
what I'm
getting
doing.
absolutely fucking shit on right now. There's that second target I just talked about, 387.25. Still green on the day thanks to silver. Silver just put in a high day, I think. Yes, sir. Keep going, silver. It's one of my biggest positions. I think it is my biggest position at this point.
Wow, NASDAQ is fucking melting down. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're dying.
Jesus Christ. Almost 3% on the day. That's nuts.
As long as it makes my silver go up, send it to fucking zero.
Yeah, Deja, actually, remember? I think this happened like last year over the summertime. You were in VIX and you were like, "Shit, I should have just gotten
Dude,
QQQ puts."
every time I know, dude. I keep fucking playing myself. It's like the third time I've done that. I
No,
called
but it's
the.
like
Go ahead.
it's weird because like we forget until it happens.
Yep.
Because like QQQ is down like 8 points or something like that, and you'd just be like,
It's disgusting,
you'd
dude.
be swimming in money.
I literally called the top. I missed the top by 1 day, 1 or 2 days. And I shorted, or I longed VIX, which is shorting the market. And I'm not getting paid at all. I'm up like 10%. It's fucking disgusting. If I would have just taken Q's puts, I'd be up easily maybe 50 to 60% at this point already. Probably even more.
Yeah, I mean, you could have taken. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why I keep, it's like fucking short term amnesia, dude. Every time I go to short the market, I take VIX. I need to stop doing that. It's because the VIX potential is, it keeps you coming back. Because when you look at VIX on a chart, if you get in before one of those spikes, I'll easily make like 200%. Like 200, maybe 300%. You just have to get in like a day or two before it spikes. So it's like a gamble. Like you're fucking the spikes on the VIX chart, they make you want to trade it when you should just go with the easy trade and take like Q's puts or SPY puts.
yeah.
But yeah, it's infuriating. Literally, we'd be swimming in money if we shorted Q's. I really am surprised that Dow Jones is still green.
That old school boomer money, baby.
It's fucking gnarly.
Boomer
Dude.
money is good money now. Tech needed this sell off though, dude. A lot of shit was so overvalued. It's not even fucking funny.
Oh, the multiples are insane.
Yeah, there's no reason Plug Power, a company that's never done shit ever in the existence of humanity, should be as high as it was.
Yeah.
or fucking any of those companies, dude. They're all trash. Neo should not have been as high as it is. Back to reality, hopefully, for the markets.
I'm getting burned on everything except for fucking my SPACs and silver, basically. SPACs are a store of value. That's what I like about them. You get in low enough on SPACs, anywhere from like that $10 to $12 range, and they're a pretty damn good store of value. Knock on wood, man. Yeah, I'm up 5% on my VIX contracts today. That's disgusting. They should be up. How much is VIX up right now? VIX is up 1.5 points. They should be up like 15% easily, maybe 20. The problem with VIX contracts pricing in is, like I said, nobody trusts these moves on VIX until they happen. Nobody is going to price in these contracts until VIX starts exploding. Like, VIX is going to have to get to at least like 26 to 28 before these contracts start pricing in. When they do price in, though, they should jump up like instantly 30 to 40%. Yeah, SPY Daily's disgusting, dude. Inverted hammers like that are usually bearish unless they're on like down moves, like more of a sell-off. If it closes green, it's slightly bullish, which right now it's kind of closing green. It's closing red on the day, but the candle's green. But yeah, on a top like this with a hammer like that, it's typically bearish. The daily candle patterns on SPY don't really work out that much, to be honest. More of a trend following than a candle pattern system. The hourly is disgusting on ES. You popped up to retest that pivot, failed to pivot to the tick. To the literal tick. And then died. Close above 710 for Tesla will be good. I just don't see the point in trading Tesla right now. I think the only people trading Tesla right now are Tesla fanboys. Like, Tesla is... There's just no reason to trade it here. It's got massively increasing volume. It lost monthly VWAP. You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days below your monthly VWAP. You're getting absolutely hammered. There's no support. The only support that you possibly could have here is a gap fill. If it holds the gap fill around like 700, then maybe. This thing could easily go down to 650. And then it could easily go down to even 635 if you lose that pivot. Nobody is buying Tesla up here. I said this back when Tesla was like 850 when we tried to buy it 2 times. Nobody's buying it. It put in some of the most bullish patterns we've seen on Tesla. And I told you guys, what did I say? I said that it put in the same exact pattern that we traded way back in like June or July, where we bought those contracts at like $200 and they went to over 6,000 in one day. That same exact pattern we tried to trade when Tesla was like 850 and it didn't do anything. It got hammered because nobody wants to buy Tesla up here. I didn't even realize the bell rang. I have my brokers closed. But there's the bell. But yeah, when you see really bullish patterns on Tesla, like bulldogs or like ascending triangles, bull flags, whatever, on low time frames, and they don't play out, that is very worrying because people take every chance they can get to buy Tesla. If it gives you a good chart pattern to buy it and it's not being bought, that means nobody's watching Tesla. Nobody gives a shit. You guys green or red on the day? I actually don't know how the fuck we did it besides silver, but we ended the day green. Silver saved our ass, dude. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that. Silver's up 4% today. Oh, sorry. Saved our ass. My bad, guys. It saved my ass. You guys should be in silver. I told you guys how good silver looked last week. What did I say? I said Dime posted his first bearish silver chart in fucking 2 decades. And you guys didn't long silver? The problem with silver is it doesn't hold these breakouts. So this candle, even though it's disgustingly bullish, it's like the most bullish candle we've seen on silver in months, it doesn't matter. We have to see how it holds up tomorrow and Wednesday to see if it continues. But besides silver, I'm getting fucking wrecked. I closed it and Knox. And Knox fucking hammered me. I closed CVS, sadly, like at the bottom. Yeah, look at CVS. I got wrecked on that. Literally closed like right at the bottom. That was a bad close on my part. Those are the only 2 things I closed today. Everything else, let's see. McDonald's looks really good. We held up strong on that. Ford gave away some gains, but still looks pretty good. XLP did pretty good today. FMAC did really well. Gave up half its gains, though. ARC-IU still hasn't done anything. FCAC, really strong day. Subs didn't do dick. I'll probably buy more of that tomorrow. And then our pennies are basically just slowly bleeding out. Oh yeah, and Apple. Apple murdered me today. If it wasn't for Apple, this would have been an extremely green day. But Apple hurt me a little bit. So it was only a small green day. But alright guys, I gotta get out of here. You guys have a good one. I'll be posting the analysis later today in Discord probably around 8 or 9 o'clock. Be on the lookout for that. And then I'll be streaming tomorrow for you guys on stream, 3 p.m. Eastern as always. If you guys want to check out the Discord, go to oasistrading.io. We have a $30 tier that we just opened up at the start of February. You guys get all of our analysis, daily watch list, weekly watch list. I post charts throughout the day in there as well. So check that out. And then I'll see you guys later tomorrow. Peace.